Donald Trump is so desperate for cash as he drowns in legal bills that he's now selling Bibles while he simultaneously gets hit with a gag order in his criminal case for paying hush money to a porn star. For more on this, it's time for a closer look. Donald Trump is set to become the first ex-president to face a criminal trial in less than 3 weeks, so he's obviously very busy. So busy, in fact, that he apparently has no time for things like proofreading or spell check.
In a post on Truth Social, Trump wrote, quote, "I'm not running to terminate the ACA as crooked Joe Biden disinformates and misinformates all the time." In other words, make the ACA much, much better for far less money or cost to our gressed American citizens. MAGA 2024.
Damn, did he post that while he was on a trampoline? You sure you don't want to get down to type, sir? No, the bouncing helps me think. Yes, he wrote Buden and Grest, and if you think either of those are right, Grest again. How do you get the current president's name wrong when you're running against him? There are places where if you get that answer wrong, you spend the rest of the night strapped to a gurney. Also, what the hell is disinformates and misinformates? Is that what you call your friends? These are my mates, disinformates and misinformates. One of them likes when you bust his balls, and the other one will throw you out a window. And by the way, that post is still up as of this taping, which means he either doesn't know, doesn't care, or knows his supporters don't care. And on that point, he's definitely right. Imagine if that was a Trump supporter's breaking point. Dave, why are you burning your MAGA hat? Because the man can't spell, Deborah. You can't make America great if you can't even spell great. That's definitely how we do it. A solitary match. Just a solitary. That is way too nice a sweater and beard. It would make sense, though, if Trump thought Grest was a combination of greatest and best. Can't wait to see that at his rallies. Trump 2024, the Grest is yet to come. Also, let me just say Joe Budden would be a good nickname for Biden if he decided to start smoking weed to appeal to young voters. I just got some tasty bud from my dealer. No joke. You guys mind if I fire up a fat spliff? The chronic is dank. I'm not kidding around. It's giving me the munchies. So Trump is wasting precious time on typo-riddled social media rants, despite the fact that he's about to become the first ex-president to face a criminal trial, and now he's also the first ex-president to be placed under a gag order in a criminal trial.
A New York judge overseeing Donald Trump's upcoming hush money criminal trial has hit the former president with a gag order.
Donald Trump is, as of about an hour ago, now under a gag order in the criminal case brought by the Manhattan DA alleging a cover-up of hush money payments. New York Judge Juan Merchan barring Trump from attacking or directing others to attack potential witnesses, jurors, prosecutors, and court staff.
Telling Donald Trump he can't attack people is like telling him he can't breathe. Honestly, he'd probably give up breathing before he ever gave up attacking people. Crooked Joe wants to send me to jail because he knows I'm going to win. It's a witch hunt. It's so unfair. And the crooked media is going to tell you I need to take a breath, but we don't believe them, do we, folks? They say you're going to pass out from the lack of oxygen. We love oxygen, don't we, folks? The beautiful oxygen. The beautiful. I don't think so. So the judge said Trump can't attack witnesses, jurors, prosecutors, or court staff, but he also issued a list of things Trump can continue to attack, including toilets, windmills, spell check, dogs, the Oscars, the NFL, teleprompters, horses, whales, and Joe Budden, whoever that is. Although Trump did weirdly compliment one person associated with the case, the judge himself. He wrote in a post on Tuesday, Judge Juan Merchan, a very distinguished-looking man, is nevertheless a true and certified Trump hater. Trump cares so much about optics that even when he's slamming someone, he can't help but admit when they look the part. And let's face it, the dude is very distinguished-looking. Look at that guy. I can't believe Dick Wolf hasn't poached this guy yet. Now, I should note that Trump is still allowed to comment on the case and the elected district attorney, Alvin Bragg, who brought the charges. He's just not allowed to attack or intimidate witnesses or private individuals doing their job, which, if you're Sean Hannity, means we're living in Soviet Russia.
Now Trump cannot even speak out in his own defense. He can't defend himself against political attacks stemming from the indictments. Of course, these conveniently handed down in the middle of an election. I thought we lived in the United States of America. I thought we celebrated freedom of speech. Is this still America?
I don't know, man. A desperately uninformed TV personality who looks like the greeter at a steakhouse is getting like $30 million a year to whine on Fox News every night. Sounds like America to me. None of that is true, of course. Trump is still allowed to defend himself. He's also still allowed to hawk bull products in a desperate bid for money, arguably the most American thing you could do. On Tuesday, he released a commercial for possibly his slimiest cash grab yet.
Tonight, Donald Trump facing mounting legal bills, now revealing he is selling Bibles, charging $59.99 a Bible. This is a licensing deal. Trump will collect royalties, meaning some of the proceeds from the Bible sales will go directly to Trump.
All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of people's favorite book. This Bible is a reminder that the biggest thing we have to bring back America and to make America great again is our religion. Religion is so important. It's so missing, but it's going to come back, and it's going to come back strong, just like our country is going to come back strong. I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again. Pray, get educated, get motivated, and stand with me and the legions of Americans asking God to bless our great nation, to bring our great nation back, and to make America great again.
Yep, the guy who's about to go on trial for paying hush money to cover up an affair with a porn star is selling Bibles. And because it's a Trump Bible, most of the 10 Commandments are blacked out. Side note, this is a true story. When our Closer Look head writer Sal sends out the first draft that has a short title about what it covers, and today was gag, comma, Bibles, meaning the gag order and the Bibles. But I read it without the comma and thought it was gag Bibles, which would have made way more sense. If Trump was selling Bibles that when you open them up, a bunch of snakes popped out, you'd say, oh, that's good. That is a funny thing he should sell. Watch out for a Trump Bible. It will scare the pious. Trump has already sold cologne, digital trading cards, and golden shoes. Now he's selling a Bible. What's next? I'm proud to announce the Trump-approved God Bless the USA toilet plunger. As you can see, there's a beautiful white plastic handle. It comes with a solid gold bottom. You can see the bottom. You can't see it, but I assure you it's there. Here, I'll give you a quick peek. There you go. You can tell. You can tell it's solid gold from the sound it makes on the desk. Little late with the sound effect. Call now and buy the Patriot Plunger for the very reasonable price of $199. You'll get a free roll of MAGA toilet paper. It's 45 ply. In honor of me, your 45th favorite president, it's like wiping your ass with a book, which I've done. Not gonna say which book, but let's just say it's my favorite one. Call now to get all these great products and more at 1-800-TRUMP Bible Sales and Porn Star Defense Fund. Trump's campaign isn't... Trump's campaign isn't in any way a real political campaign. It's a money-making venture in an attempt to get out of jail. That's it. He's very obviously doesn't care about making America great again. At best, he's trying to...
make America
Grest
again.
This has been A Closer Look. Or don't.